In the year 2417, humanity had spread like starlight across the Orion Spur. Over 500 settled worlds, dozens of megastructures, orbital rings, mining colonies, terraformed moons. The age of Earth's children had come. We weren't the dominant species in the galaxy, but we had found our corner, and we were proud of it. Then came the hosts. No warning, no declaration, no demand, just annihilation. They called themselves the Galactic Hosts, an ancient alliance of non-humanoid races led by the Syrian Overmind. Their ships, miles long and darker than interstellar voids, fell from folded space over our outer colonies like a plague of locusts. New Kyoto, gone in minutes. Europa Station, turned to slag and ash. The moon city of Hesperides, where children played in microgravity gardens, lost all contact after a blinding pulse of gamma radiation. At first, we thought it was a misunderstanding. We tried to communicate. We tried diplomacy. We even tried surrender. But the hosts had no interest in peace. Humanity to them was a virus, chaotic, emotional, inefficient. They believed we polluted the grand order of the cosmos. Their mission was extermination, and we were losing. The Unified Earth Command, formed decades earlier to settle trade disputes, found itself repurposed into a war machine. The newly built Titan Forge shipyards produced dreadnoughts around the clock. The colonies on Mars and Callisto turned their biodomes into weapons labs. Even the peaceful Enceladites, known for their pacifism, offered up cryomarines trained in zero-G ambush warfare. Still, the hosts were too fast, too many, too advanced. They didn't use traditional tactics. Their ships moved in mathematically perfect formations, guided by swarm AI beyond our understanding. They anticipated every move. They devoured every resistance. Entire human fleets blinked out in flashes of antimatter lances. Our defenses crumbled, and the worst blow came not from the battlefield, but from logistics. The hosts didn't just destroy military targets. They went after infrastructure, supply depots, fusion farms, hydroponic systems. And then, they made their worst mistake. They targeted the caffeine production hubs. Caffeine wasn't just a beverage anymore. In a 26-hour work cycle, with humans spread across multiple gravity environments, caffeine had become a pillar of society. Every ship had its brew module. Every soldier had chewable caffeine tabs. Civilians, they drank it by the thermobaric liter. So when the hosts destroyed the twin moons of Teva 9, humanity's largest caffeine harvesting ecosystem, an entire moon system dedicated to genetically enhanced coffee algae, they thought they were just eliminating another logistics node. They were wrong, because when the caffeine shipments stopped, something snapped. Not fear, not despair. Fury. The kind of raw, unfiltered rage only a sleep-deprived human could understand. That was the moment humanity stopped fighting for survival and started fighting for revenge. The backlash began on the mining station of 61 Cygni Delta. Commander Rena Voss, known more for her sarcasm than military prowess, watched her last crate of instant espresso explode during a host orbital strike. She hadn't slept in 36 hours. Her team of exhausted techs had been running on fumes. When the caffeine was gone, so was restraint. She strapped herself into a maintenance rig, filled it with plasma torches and anti-armor mining drills, and launched it, by hand, into a host landing craft. She tore through that ship like a chainsaw through wet plywood, leaving behind flaming wreckage and a recorded message. "You can kill us, but don't mess with our damn coffee." The footage went viral across the quantum mesh. Humanity had its martyr hero. Caffeine rage spread like wildfire. On Europa 6, a battalion of sleep-deprived engineers reverse-engineered alien tech while sucking on ancient stockpiles of canned cold brew. They created the first scrambler pulse, which shorted host hive circuits. On Helix Prime, baristas formed underground militias, the Brew Guard, trained to assassinate host commanders with caffeine-injected flechettes. A meme started circulating, a bloodshot-eyed soldier with the words, "We were tired before. Now we're pissed." The hosts didn't adapt fast enough. Their tactics remained perfect, their logic flawless, but they had underestimated the irrational resilience of caffeine-fueled humans. Our new fleets had names like Java Avenger, Steam Shot, and Dark Roast Reaper. Hulls were painted with caffeine molecule sigils. Troops went into battle with injector patches, feeding them concentrated neurostimulants brewed from salvaged bean genomes. We stopped playing by the rules. We started winning. We sabotaged host fold gates using weaponized espresso sludge. We infected their central AI with a virus hidden inside a virtual coffee bean logo, ironically, a corporate advertisement. And then came Operation Red Eye. In the dead of space, just beyond the Crab Nebula, floated the Syrian Nexus, capital of the galactic hosts. Untouchable, unbreachable, untouched for millennia. Until Captain Arden Cole, a sleep-deprived ex-student from New Harvard, led a fleet of 12 stealth ships, coated in thermal-dampening coffee ground composites. They slipped through defenses and broadcast a continuous, high-frequency audio loop into the Nexus systems. The sound of a coffee machine just about to finish brewing, but never finishing. The entire Overmind hesitated, glitched. That hesitation was all we needed. We cracked open the Nexus with a combination of dirty fusion bombs and a hailstorm of ceramic espresso pod warheads. The host empire didn't die that day, but it fractured. The Overmind was wounded, broken into millions of confused subroutines. Their unity shattered. They started retreating. Years later, humanity still bore the scars. Earth was half dead, the colonies in ruin, and the caffeine supply chains were forever fragile. But we endured. Not because we were the strongest, not because we were the smartest, but because we were the most stubbornly addicted. The Treaty of Xini 7 formally ended the war. The hosts, now fragmented into autonomous collectives, agreed to cease aggression, on one condition. They asked for the recipe to a double-shot, caramel-infused, nitrogen-chilled mocha. We gave it to them. Some say we won the war with tech. Some say it was human will. But those who really know the story, they just whisper. It was all going so well for the aliens, until they attacked the caffeine supply,